Hey, Texas Values friends, Jonathan Sines, president of Texas Values, on the floor of Texas Faith Fest 2025. We just got off the stage. Governor Abbott and I had a great conversation, took a few pictures, but we got some time backstage. I want to ask him a couple of questions I didn't get to, maybe get a little bit personal for just a minute. Governor Abbott, you brought something up that is a major family issue. A lot of people don't hear us talk about it. They might not think about it when they think of our organization, but it is a major family issue. Some of the things going on with ICE at the border. Tell us why it was important for you to touch on that a little bit at the stage.
Well, they're all family issues. For one, whether it be ICE or what's going on, whatever the case may be, first and foremost, it is a safety issue. And safety is important to families. It's important to our state. We have to have safe communities. We have to have law enforcement to ensure that safety. And ICE is one of the agencies that provides that law enforcement. And of course, what happened recently, this week, was the tragedy of ICE being assaulted. There was an assassination on ICE officers in Dallas, Texas. We had the Texas Department of Public Safety there working around the clock to assist ICE as they conducted operations, because we as a state want ICE to be able to achieve their goal as safely as possible and as frequently as possible. And so it's a tragedy. We keep ICE and all the victims in our prayers, but we will not step back because of what transpired in Dallas, Texas. We will lean into it, and we'll make sure we do even more to work with ICE to secure our state and to locate and remove from our state anybody who is here illegally.
Yeah, well, look, and that helps protect us against human trafficking, sex trafficking at the border, which can also lead to abortion. So it's a pro-life issue to make sure the border is safe. Okay, there's a question I didn't get to, and as a lawyer, on the stage, I wanted to ask it, but you argued at the U.S. Supreme Court on the Ten Commandments, but what was that like? I mean, most lawyers never get to do it. Maybe you get to do it one time on such a pivotal case. That's got to be one of your most special moments professionally.
Well, when I went off to law school, and I really enjoyed constitutional law the most in law school. And I was hoping one day I would have the opportunity to argue a big constitutional case before the United States Supreme Court. When I practiced law, it was really more on the business side and didn't have much involving constitutional issues. But when I became the Attorney General of Texas, this case did arise where an atheist was walking across the Texas Capitol grounds and saw this massive Ten Commandments monument and asked a federal court to tear down that monument. I said, not on my watch will I allow that monument to be torn down. That case went all the way to the Supreme Court, had the opportunity to argue with the Supreme Court. It was a daunting task, but a lot of fun. I was able to achieve one of my dreams as a lawyer, and that's to argue before the United States Supreme Court, and importantly, won that case to ensure that monument still stands on the Texas Capitol grounds.
Such an important precedent. I've been practicing law, licensed over 20 years. So special. Okay, I just want to mention too, you were complimented at the end of your argument, which you rarely see from the justices. That was just wonderful. Okay, we're almost out of time because our schedule's tight. We're moving forward out of the session into this next year. How are things looking for Texas, and what are the things for people to be optimistic about?
Texas leads the state in so many ways, and definitely as it concerns what the future is all about. The future is developing in front of our very own eyes. Texas ranks number one in the United States for innovation, and the innovation that will lead the world going forward is what's happening in space, what's happening in cyberspace, what's happening in artificial intelligence, what's happening with regard to semiconductors, which are used in every technology that's going to be used going forward. It happens that Texas ranks number one in those categories. So as much as Texas is already an economic powerhouse, that will be even stronger in the years going forward.
Okay, last question. Who's going to win the Texas OU game this year?
Texas.
Come on, baby. All right, Governor Abbott, thank you so much. We'll be praying for you. God bless you, sir. Woo.